Hi, it's Kim Reads Urantia. Nice to see you today. Today we're going to read from the Urantia book, but first, Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Okay, so this is by Stevie Smith, who was an English poet. She died in 1971. So yeah, Florence Margaret Smith, also known as Stevie Smith. So she's a poet, and this is entitled Bruegel. Bruegel. It's a Flemish word. You know what? And I couldn't find anything associated with it except an artist, a Flemish artist. So Bruegel, the title of this was a painter in the 16th century Belgium and in Holland. Okay. So he was a painter. So I don't know if she's talking about him. Let's see what she says. Okay. The ages blaspheme the people. The ages blaspheme. The people are weak. As in a dream they evilly speak. Their words in a clatter of meaningless sound, without form or matter, echo around. The people, O Lord, are sinful and sad, prenatally biased, grow worser, born bad. They sicken, O Lord, they have no strength in them. O rouse up, my God, and against their will win them. Must thy lambs to the slaughter delivered be, with each son and daughter irrevocably? From tower and steeple ring out funeral bells. O Lord, save thy people. They have no help else. Wow. Okay. So all the people out there that are lost, that are suffering, just, yeah. You know what? I worry about the people out there who think they got they think they got God and they got something, but it's not God. Because God doesn't hate. If you're talking about we got to fight the enemies of God, well, then you're lost, because God doesn't have enemies. God is too big to have enemies. God doesn't have enemies. Who are you going to fight if you're fighting the enemies of God? Okay, what's causing you to fight? Stop it. Just stop it. So yeah, but those are fighting with such fury and conviction. It's just, yeah, God doesn't have enemies. So, but then there's the people that are just lost. They're just born. They're not born bad. I don't think anybody's born bad. Here it talks about prenatally biased. Well, you're born into a situation. If you're born into a difficult situation where you can't, you know, find if you're born into poverty and you're born to people who teach you how to sin, who teach you that everybody's against you, which is, you know, a lot of popular Christian rhetoric is about everybody's against Christians. It's like, guys, nobody's against Christians. Knock it off. There's more Christians than any other religion here. Who's against Christians? But they play this victim, and they like to feel like they are attacked, and it makes them feel special, and because they're fighting the enemies of God and all this stuff. And they just need to stop. Yeah. Okay. Let's pray for them. God, please help guide your children, bring your children home. They do what they do because they don't know what else to do. They don't know any other way. Please teach them. Please use us to help them. Please help us give them reasons to stop fighting and to just love. Help them to see your face in places that they never looked before. They never saw your face. Help them see your face in new places, in new faces. Amen. Okay. We're on paper 15, the 7 super universes, part 6, the spheres of space. I'm going to kind of just go through this. All right. Okay. The spheres of space. Irrespective of origin, the various spheres of space are classifiable into the following major divisions. 1, the stars of space. 2, the dark islands of space. 3, minor space bodies, comets, meteors, and planetesimals. 4, the planets, including the inhabited worlds. 5, architectural spheres, worlds made to order. How would you like your world made? Okay, yeah. 7, oh no, not 7. 5, that's okay. Paragraph 7. With the exception of the architectural spheres, all space bodies have had an evolutionary origin. Evolutionary in the sense that they have not been brought into being by fiat of deity. Evolutionary in the sense that the creative acts of God have unfolded by a time-space technique through the operation of many of the created and eventuated intelligences of deity. Okay, the suns. These are the stars of space in all their various stages of existence. Some are solitary evolving space systems. Others are double stars, contracting or disappearing planetary systems. The stars of space exist in no less than 1,000 different states and stages. You are familiar with suns that emit light accompanied by heat. But there are also suns that which shine without heat. How? How's that? They must be reflecting something. I don't know. Okay. The trillions upon trillions of years that an ordinary sun will continue to give out heat and light well illustrates the vast store of energy which each unit of matter contains. The actual energy stored in these invisible particles of matter is well nigh unimaginable. A lot of energy out there. We've got an energy crisis here. We got to move away from fossil fuels. So let's find some of this this energy in these invisible particles of physical matter. Okay. And this energy becomes almost wholly available as light when subjected to the tremendous heat pressure and the associated energy activities which prevail in the interior of the blazing suns. Still, other conditions enable these suns to transform and send forth much of the energy of space which comes their way in the established space circuits. Many phases of physical energy and all forms of matter are attracted to and subsequently distributed by the solar dynamos. Solar dynamos, that's a sun. I like the word dynamos. I like that God uses these funky terms. These are great. In this way, the suns serve as local accelerators of energy circulation, acting as automatic power control stations. The superuniverse of Orvonton is illuminated and warmed by more than 10 trillion blazing suns. These suns are the stars of your observable astronomic system. More than 2 trillion are too distant and too small ever to be seen from Urantia. But in the master universe, there are as many suns as there are glasses of water in the oceans of your world. Okay. All right. That's awesome. The dark islands of space. These are the dead suns and other large aggregations of matter devoid of light and heat. The dark islands are sometimes enormous in mass and exert a powerful influence in universe equilibrium and energy manipulation. The density of some of these large masses is well nigh unbelievable. And this great concentration and mass enables these dark islands to function as powerful balance wheels, holding large neighboring systems in effective leash. They hold the gravity balance of power in many constellations, many physical systems, which would otherwise speedily dive to destruction in nearby suns, are held securely in the gravity grasp of these guardian dark islands. It is because of this function that we can locate them accurately. We have measured the gravity pull of the luminous bodies, and we can therefore calculate the exact size and location of the dark islands of space, which so effectively function to hold a given system steady in its course. So those are good. You think of black hole as being something sinister kind of, but it's not. It's just a thing. Okay, keep going. Minor space bodies. The meteors and other small particles of matter circulating and evolving in space constitute an enormous aggregate of energy and material substance. Many comets are unestablished wild offspring of the solar mother wheels, which are being gradually brought under control of the central governing sun. Comets also have numerous other origins. A comet's tail points away from the attracting body or sun because of the electrical reaction of its highly expanded gases and because of the actual pressure of light, and other energies emanating from the sun. This phenomenon constitutes one of the positive proofs of the reality of light and its associated energies. It demonstrates that light has weight. Whoa. Light is a real substance, not simply waves of hypothetical ether. Right, because light is both a wave and a particle, kind of. They figured that out, kind of. It's both at the same time. The planets. These are the larger aggregations of matter which follow an orbit around a sun or some other space body. They range in size from planetesimals to enormous, gaseous, liquid or solid spheres. The cold worlds, which have been built up by the assemblage of floating space material, when they happen to be in proper relation to a nearby sun, are the more ideal planets to harbor intelligent inhabitants. The dead suns are not, as a rule, suited to life. They are usually too far away from a living, blazing sun. And further, they are altogether too massive. Gravity is tremendous at the surface. Okay. So the cold worlds that are built up by floating space material, whenever they're in relation to a nearby sun, then they end up being the ideal planets. In your super universe, not one cool planet in 40 is habitable by beings of your order. Not 1 in 40. And of course, the superheated suns and the frigid outlying worlds are unfit to harbor higher life. In your solar system, only 3 planets are at present suited to harbor life. What? Earth, Mars, and maybe Europa? 3. It's not Venus and Mercury. Urantia, in size, density, and location, is in many respects ideal for human habitation. The laws of physical energy behavior are basically universal, but local influences have much to do with the physical conditions which prevail on individual planets and in local systems. An almost endless variety of creature life and other living manifestations characterizes the countless worlds of space. There are, however, certain points of similarity in a group of worlds associated in a given system, while there also is a universe pattern of intelligent life. There are physical relationships among those planetary systems which belong to the same physical circuit and which closely follow each other in the endless swing around the circle of universes. Very good. Thank you. Okay, I have to run, you guys. This was really good. So it's a beautiful universe. It's a wonderful super universe too. Okay, have a good day. Thanks. Bye.